What is going on?
Just watch behind some of these bins.
John's taking out Mark, Janine and Becky, and Matt is taking out Tiggs, Holly and Barry. Last weekend that you want to carry forward or we need to be aware of tonight?
You've got a lot of scaffolding going up in St James Square tonight for tomorrow night.
Getting ready for the light up.
Tokyo's got a glass balcony at the top.
We've heard good news that they're actually now taking plastic bottles up there, and people aren't allowed to take glass, which is good news because that was a real fear that people might just lob them over the top. So, but there's only one member of staff up there to monitor that. So, yeah, something we might bring up with Sue Dowson from the police to get that bit sorted out.
You get quite a bit of a buzz, you feel energised by it, and it's not until you get home and after 2 o'clock when you sit down and you have a cup of tea and then it's 3:30 in the morning you think, better go to bed. So you really do feel, it's a chance to chat to people, get to know people, it's good.
There's some PCSOs here. You're not normally up this way? Sorry?
I do town centre and I do red light area after tea as well, so just patrol there. Yeah, steady away tonight, so good.
So a lot of young kids running across Centenary Square earlier on.
Yeah, these were older, more.
Yeah, these were about 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Must have been about 10 of them. But if they're out at midnight, then we'd be more concerned. But all right, okay. And what time do they start throwing out these?
20 minutes before.
Okay, so just so that we know to be around here. Okay, thanks. Hiya. Yeah, you. I don't know which team's back at first.
Same thing.
So I was wondering, because I didn't really get the message on CCTV, so I'm just checking it's nothing down this end of town, that's all. Right, okay, well we're just down by St George's. Right, no problem. Bye.
Something happened?
Yeah, one of the other teams has taken a casualty back to the base and they're just waiting for an ambulance to turn up.
You started the Street Angels here in Bradford a year ago. Yeah. Has it been a success?
It's been a huge success. I mean, you'll have picked up from just being around the warm response we get from the people, the city of Bradford, the warm response we get from the PCSOs and the police, the impact it's had on the city. Crime has gone down 22% since we've been involved. But I think we're just only making Bradford feel a nicer and more fun place to be, and it's lovely that the church is coming involved in actually making a city a nicer and better place to be. Well, I'm the city centre priest, and my job is to make sure that the church is doing something positive in the city centre.
Where does it go from here? Is it going to develop in any way?
Well, we're always looking for new recruits and new people that would want to spend their night, Friday and Saturday night, out in the city centres. Though initiatives started by the churches with people of all faiths and none as part of us. We want people that have a heart for Bradford and want to see the centre, a good place to have a good night out. And if people have got a heart for Bradford, they're very welcome to be a street angel.
I think that Street Angels is a brilliant initiative. It's a way in which Christians care for a section of society that can easily be overlooked by the church. A section of society that the church perhaps didn't have much contact with, but is important to God and important to the church. We want the centres of our cities to be safe places, but we don't want to be dead places. We want to be living places.
There's a big crowd here. What are they here for?
Well, we were thinking they're waiting for David Essex to come out the Alhambra.
Okay, interesting.
All the groupies.
Now this seems like quite a respectable crowd. I mean, they're not likely to cause any trouble, are they? Why would you be patrolling this particular spot?
These people may be respectable, but there may be some people who've had a few drinks tonight and come wandering up here and start shouting and hurling abuse or whatever, and just our presence may deter them from doing that.
Excuse me, do you know who the Street Angels are?
Yes, the people look after people that are out on the streets, coming from pubs and discos. And
Do you think it's a good idea?
Yes, I do.
At home, we've had situations where we've rung home and they've come and picked them up and taken them home.
I'll get them in a taxi.
Do you have the city centre radio radio?
Yeah.
Your radio? These
Yeah.
are connected to the radio.
Yeah, but we can't call them direct.
You can't
can we?
call them
We've got to go
direct,
through
but they will,
CCTV.
yeah, but they will listen. They'll listen. So if you're putting something out to another, to the rest of your doorstaff or to another premises or to CCTV radio,
They can hear it.
they hear it. And so if they think that you might need their help, you'll find a group come round, which is right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So they've all got a radio in their group, so they know exactly what's going on.
I'm personally and professionally really pleased to work alongside the Street Angels. The work that they do in assisting us and also the members of the public that come out to enjoy a vibrant nightlife in Bradford City Centre is absolutely sterling. They give up the time free of charge. They work alongside the neighbourhood policing officers, the local officers in the city centre for the greater good of the public of Bradford. The Street Angels have been working now since December 2007. And in the 18 months or so that they've been working, they've contributed to helping the police see a 22% reduction in recorded violent crime in the city centre of Bradford. That's not a coincidence, that's not just my personal opinion, that's got to be the case. There isn't anything else significant that's been done different. The neighbourhood policing team is constant and has been throughout that time, but the introduction of the Street Angels just allows us to focus on other things that perhaps before we couldn't do. And I'd like to express my thanks to Chris and John, all the Street Angels, for the work that they do, and hope that this real fruitful personal friendship and professional friendship that we've got continues.
Yo, do you want a bit of me?
Smile.
Glenn Lee Sharp, nice to meet you. I just want to say hello to my family, our Millie, our Summer, our Laura. Nice to meet you.
Okay, great.
Take
Cheers.
care of yourself.
Even when people are, they're having a bit of a good time, they still seem to appreciate, what you're doing. They seem, people seem to understand what you're here for. I mean, does that surprise you?
Not now. No, not at all. I mean, in the early days it was quite intimidating, where people coming up to you like that. But after a while you get used to it, and yeah, you tell them what you're doing, you volunteer your time, and they appreciate what you do.
But when you see the benefits, when you pick up someone from the street, from the gutter, make sure they get home safely. When you meet someone who's got special needs, who's been freezing and hiding and sleeping rough, and able to get them some support, you realise it's really worthwhile. It makes a real difference. Until I did this job, I've done some quite hair-raising things in my life, but I'd never been able to say I'd saved someone's life. But I can say that now, and that is an astounding thing to do as a minister.